Dexter needs a big bad body solution for his big bad body problem. Welcome back to Fog Entertainment, and I told yous it was Captain Spencer. I called it, alright?
Spoiler alert!
Aye, spoiler alert, straight in there, but you know what? People are commenting, oh, this age's like milk. Well, guess what, guys? I like milk, damn it. I'm like Kurt Angle. I told yous. This guy obviously was the man. I say obviously, right? It could have been someone else, but it was someone definitely within the department when you actually break it down. It was either going to be him or Tanya, but once you see the stature of this like figure attacking these kids and also attacking his ex-wife, it had to be a man, and he's the only guy it had to be. Gio would have been too similar to the Ice Truck Killer, but this guy also has a problem of, well, you know what? Now it just, this department has seriously got to come
Dokes, isn't it? I mean,
it's like Dokes, right? And
too close to home.
Yeah, of course it is.
Which makes me think that this isn't going to be revealed to the entire department. This could just be a Dexter thing and maybe a Harry thing, but like, I just think because of what happened with Dokes, like when Dokes was found out in the original show to be the Bay Harbour Butcher, everyone's acting shocked, but like, if they've already had someone in the department that was a killer before, it wouldn't be that surprising.
Yeah.
That people would be like, oh, what? Not again? How has this happened again? Now, I get it, in the original show, they can't write for something that they've not even come up with yet.
And you've also got the fact that, you know, you've got like characters like, you know, Brian, Christine, who became like significant others of people within the department. So there's a serious problem within this department of letting outsiders in and also the insiders kill people in Dokes. But saying that, I think what's going to happen is Dexter's going to go to Harry about his next kill, and he's going to be like, Captain Spencer, and Harry's like, whoa, what the fuck? And then he's going to give him enough evidence, and Harry's going to be like, yeah, let me confront him about it first, Dexter, and then I'll give you the green light. Because there's no way everyone's going to find out.
Yeah, but do you think Harry would even give the green light for Captain Spencer?
But Captain Spencer's going to go down swinging, isn't he?
I just don't.
I don't think he's going to admit to it.
I don't think Harry's going to consent to that.
So do you think Dexter's going to do it without Harry knowing, and then he might confront him about it after he finds out?
Maybe something along those lines. I just think that if Harry gets the proof that it is Spencer, I think he'd want to do it the legit way and take him down.
Yeah. But then at the same time with that, we don't think that's going to go down that way, because then it just leaves the department.
But here, it will be interesting to find out what Spencer's actual reasoning for this, and is he doing it solo, or like I wonder what his...
I mean, obviously he's inspired by the cartel killings, but like, what's his actual reason? And that's another good twist that I'm looking forward to seeing. And you know what?
Seems like a guy that had a really good career. Like
it's actually for the first time in ages. I can't remember the last TV show we've watched within, like, you know, this current time period of like watching it as it's airing, of like a whodunit. I'm not saying it's been done to perfection, but it's actually nice to have these, like, the storyline.
Aye, TV shows.
They're two now. There's two cookie cutter these days.
Alright, so we start with Dexter. He's up at Alligator Swamp, Gator Swamp, and the ring is there. The ring is there of his old victim.
You got the ring, I got City fucking Hall.
Yeah, Dexter then manages to get rid of the evidence by... I mean, it looks like he took it into the actual alligator lake. He claimed that the alligator came out and I tried to attack him and it ended up getting the hand. I mean, it looks like Dexter literally just went down and tossed the hand in.
The Masukas. Oh, I saved them. I saved them, guys.
Masuka didn't see shit, so Dexter's a wee bit in the bad books there for losing evidence. We then see him get rid of his last victim, Levi Reed. He's in the back of the truck the entire time, so Dexter obviously cannot put him in the alligator swamp now because it's got investigated, so he decides to chuck him in the back of a trash container, and basically this guy's just going to end up in a dump somewhere, a waste dump, and Dexter, I think that's where he belongs.
Yeah, he has a waste of space. He will probably be found someday, but probably years from now, and it'll just be bones. If he even gets found, that is.
Yeah, like, don't those, like, trash fecals, don't they, like, compact you and stuff like that? I mean,
yeah, they completely squish you to bits.
So there probably wouldn't be much left, would there?
No, but there'd probably be some form of trace, but... Yeah, LaGuardia was the only real one here harassing Dexter. And it's like, LaGuardia's just an annoying bastard. But, you know what? I think the more this show goes on, I think LaGuardia is the most one like her original character.
Yeah, no, definitely. I can see the signs coming together already.
For saying that, I think she's the one that's been given the most time out of the the non-Morgans.
The non-Morgans, yeah. I mean, she wasn't in the first couple of episodes, but I think they're making up for it now. Masuka, I thought episode 1, really good. Just not really followed through, has he?
Yeah, neither's Batista. Either. They're just there. I mean, I get it. Is that all they need to be? Probably, because... I mean, what is the need to flesh out those two?
True,
But then you could argue the same with Glitter. It's like, well, why she need fleshed it?
Yeah, Dexter's not calling back Sophia. Sophia thinks that Dexter's not interested. She comes to his house, catches him in the car. He explains he was working on a case. She's going to forgive him, but then she sees like a condom thing on his shoe or in his car. Obviously, this came from him being in the garbage. Yeah, but she thinks that no, you're cheating. Deborah tries to defend Dexter, saying, nah, he wouldn't cheat, he's a loser, I had to basically force him to go out with you. It's like, oh shit, that came out wrong. Sophia then and Deborah have a little bit of a fight. Deborah tells Sophia, I can't defend you all the time, I can't take your side all the time. And this somehow leads to Sophia going to one of the volleyball person and telling her that Deborah stole her car. Which, I mean, is a bit bullshit from Sophia, and it's also...
Very extreme.
I mean, it's not even... I mean, it's underhanded, because she stole it as well.
Yeah, I know.
If I recall, it was a four-way
And it's
steal.
not like this person was, like, pushing her for, like, here, I know you did it, but I need proof and I want you to admit it, sort of thing. She literally just dobs Deborah in it for no reason. And I think Sophia was probably the most likeable female up until this episode.
Yeah, I agree. So the wannabe captain of the team is blaming Deborah, saying, oh, your little stunt, you've ruined my car, you've got sand in it. Deborah is upset that Sophia has kind of betrayed her and told. Sophia's like, well, just like you can't defend me all the time, I can't defend you all the time. But it just seemed like a very underhanded way to try and get back at Deborah. And I mean, she wasn't... I wouldn't even say it's not like she wasn't taking Sophia's side over the Dexter thing. She just says, look, Dexter wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I know.
I think Sophia handled this way wrong, but Deborah gets pushed and then she fires back with a punch to the nose, broken nose by looks of things, busted open. She then gets kicked off the volleyball team and gets suspended, so that's her scholarship out the window. She's going to go and meet with Gio. Harry doesn't want her to. Harry says, if you leave this house, you're grounded. But Deborah realises that makes absolutely no sense. She's saying, so you're telling me if I leave the house, I can't leave the house? Yeah, good luck with that one, Dad. Walks off. Again, this relationship here just, it's fractured. It's non-existent. It's not happening.
No, it is not happening, and you know what? You kind of just get... I think they've done a good job with the flashbacks, painting like Harry doesn't give a fuck about his wife or Deborah. He's more bothered about Laura. Even when he picks Deborah up, he's like, what is that? Like, he doesn't give a shit. He never did.
Yeah, so Deb leaves to go with Gio, but she seems to be on friendly terms with Dexter, despite this whole thing kind of spiraling out of control because of him, or at least her defending him.
Like, she didn't even confront him. Like,
yeah, why have you been? Who have you been cheating with, or what are you doing? Or
she was more bothered.
This all happened because I was trying to defend you. And
she was more bothered about he didn't know pager code than did you cheat on Sophia? And therefore, I've been suspended and removed from the volleyball team. My entire future's up in the air because of something you might have did, because I have no tangible proof you didn't.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like out of character. I just expect her to take her anger out in Dexter, like, fuck you. But she was actually pretty nice to him. We got some flashbacks with Harry. He calls things off with Laura. Laura's not happy. I think we get like some sort of flash forward though with the flashbacks because Deborah's now born.
I think it was a 1 year skip.
A 1 year skip, but
Laura's like, oh, I've been doing this for a year.
But it didn't make sense because last time Doris told him to call it off, and then it seemed like he only called it off this episode. So if there was a year skip, shouldn't have called it off like a year ago. But anyway.
Well, maybe it wasn't exactly a year. I think Laura's pointing at the fact she's been doing this for a year. Maybe Deborah's only like 3 months old here, but still 3 months after being told to call things off is fucking late, Harry. I'd say the next day's even late.
No, did she not tell Harry to call it off when she found out she was pregnant? Now all of a sudden Deborah's born.
You're right.
But
wait, no, did she not tell him?
But Laura was acting as if Harry was only recently kind of calling it off.
Who really knows? I just think this whole flashback stuff here, I've enjoyed parts of it, but it's the timeline feels upside down.
Yeah, Laura meets with Hector. I think it's Hector in Estrada, and we see him swimming, doing laps, and he invites Laura to come down to the shipping yard for a batch that he's got coming in, a shipment that he's got arriving next week, and obviously we know that's where she dies. And,
but see, should that really? I think they're dragging this out to the finale. It's like we already know. You know what I mean? Like when we wrap it up, episode 8 or 9, sort of talk. I don't know, but I mean, a big Estrada. Like, why is he built like prime Arnold Schwarzenegger? Can someone tell me?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, how does this guy just live in the fucking gym? Does he even have time to sell coke?
Again, I mean, I think that since we know what happens, I'd rather see that wrapped up before the finale. Maybe they will do that. In terms of what else have we got here? Spencer. Should we just talk about him then?
Yeah, so Spencer, obviously, we see his son. He manages to make a makeshift weapon, a big sharp pointy object. The box comes through. I ain't eating shit from you, motherfucker. Then he comes into the room. He goes to force feed him, and then this kid slashes at the wrist of this masked assailant. And then, yeah, we see Spencer showing a wee cut on his wrist. It's bandaged up. We kind of knew at this point that it was him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I thought his entire hand was bandaged up.
Yeah, but it turns out
it's just his wrist.
He just had his sleeve like rolled down for that scene, or rolled up. Sorry.
But do you not think like? But see, by the time they revealed it,
it was too obvious.
Well, no. By the time they revealed it was him, Dexter had already pretty much knew it was him, or guessed it was him.
Ah, you're right. Yeah.
I mean, I think there was way too many fucking clues.
No, I know.
I think it would have been better if it at the end when he's buying that's the snacks that he's feeding the kids. I think it would have been better if you thought it was maybe him, but then they confirmed it was him.
I think it would have been better.
But we already knew before they confirmed it was him that it was pretty much already him.
Why not have Michael C. Hall talking as he found out evidence, and then it's that scene at the grocery store, and as soon as he's like, "Holy shit." It's Captain.
Yeah, because
and then it pans to his face.
We see obviously Spencer's reaction to the blood. The kid gets his finger cut.
He was also sitting in Dexter's seat when he came in, and it was just so obvious.
Yeah, so
his reaction as well.
His reaction to the
finger didn't really sound like a guy that was that bothered.
The reaction, he was more bothered about when the blood was there, and they thought the blood was possibly from the killer, the abductor. You know, his face kind of looked as if, oh shit, maybe I've left evidence behind. And then, he was sitting in Dexter's seat, studying this. And I get it, look, it's his case, but it seems like he was taking a wee bit too much interest in it. Also, he had, like, the bandaged up hand that Dexter locked onto and took notice of. And then, in the end as well, we see him buying the cereal. But I just felt like by that point, we already kind of knew it was him.
Yeah, and it was a wee bit too obvious. I mean, there's just better ways you could have written this, and I think it confirms to me that it's obviously not his son. What I thought a couple of episodes ago is that when he's like, "Oh, you've been cheating with my wife for the past 14 fucking years," and he flipped the lid over that. Obviously, then his son is I'd say his son's about 12, 13. He's not like he's 8. So I think that must make this guy whose wife was cheating on son, and therefore why he's cutting his fingers off and torturing him. But then it doesn't really explain the previous killings. Maybe he just killed some random kid to... Well, see, maybe Spencer's been working with the cartels the whole time.
Possibly.
And maybe that's how...
That's why I can't catch him.
Yeah, and also maybe he's only gave up Laura. And maybe that's what will force Harry into killing. Maybe that's how it's all connected. Because you think of it, the first kid belonged to the judge.
That's very true.
And he's killing them with a cartel meth, so that's probably it.
Could be it, maybe, maybe even the cartel's got something on him.
Aye, so he's having to do this.
Maybe leverage.
It's not that it seems too far-fetched, but I would kind of be shocked if it is that simple, because surely, what about the cartel members that get arrested?
You say that's simple, but I mean, like, why else would he be doing it?
No, I know, but it's like, what about the cartel members that have been arrested? Would they not be like, well, your captain works for us, I'll give you more information for less jail time? That's the trump card you could use.
I get that, but it's just that I just don't understand why this captain would go around, abducting kids and cutting their fingers off. It just doesn't really... It means he's doing it because he enjoys it, or some weird sort of fucking
it's probably because he
ritual,
works for the cartel, but when the woman at the the grocery store says, "Oh, who are these for?" He's like, "My kid. He loves him." It's like, would he really say that? I mean, this guy's the captain of like Miami PD. His face is recognisable. If she has read a paper in the past 4 days, she would recognise that it's his son that's been kidnapped. I don't know, it just seems like an idiotic thing to do if you're trying to cover up the fact you're not the killer.
Yeah, and even the way he said it too happy, didn't he? Like,
He's like, yeah, my boy.
my kidnapped boy, he likes these, man. So, guys, we'll see what happens. But I thought the big bad body problem, it was a decent episode. I liked it. Again, just like the entire series. I mean, I think it's been good, but it just doesn't blow me away. Unfortunately, I'll get a 7. I thought it was good. Not the best episode.
It reminds me of like season 3 of Dexter. It's good, but it's not great. But it's lacking Jimmy Smits though at the same time.
Jimmy Smits.
Anyway, I'll get a 7 as well.
That's it, guys. Till next time. Peace.